Ciao Juventini of the world. I hope you are doing well. I'm doing well. So let's wait a bit that the people enter in the chat. Meanwhile, ciao Panju. We will talk about what Pirlo said in the conference. Yes, that's what we will do. Talking a bit because I was listening. I translated it, so I prepared already the document. So we will go through everything what Pirlo said. We will read his sentence in English, and we will give some debrief about it, what we think, what we feel, because also the gestures, the non-verbal is really important. So let's wait a bit, a few seconds that people wake up. I know it's a strange hour because it's 1:30 p.m. for me at least. So I'm looking if we have already a lot of people. The sound looks to be great, and that's a positive news always. We have already 50 people in chat. I will say hello. Ciao, Jess. Ciao, Deepak, Ninib, Harris. Colin is there. Ciao, Colin. I love the music indeed. Ciao, Mormik. We have Harris, I already said. Stories. Look at that. So many people. It's an unusual hour. Ciao, Elijah. Telegram group. Michael is there. Faisal. We have a lot of people. Ciao to everyone. So, ciao, Ryan. Lara, we have a lot of people. So let's start. So, guys, tomorrow, Roma Juve, a really important game, a really important test where we will see Dzeko in the other team. That's an important factor. Why? Because he could have been a Juventus player. He's not. Pirlo spoke about it. He finished with it. It was one of the last questions, if not the last one. So we'll go step by step to what he said. How can we prepare to that game? Because it's an important one. Let's see if the stream is good, if it's lacking or not. Meanwhile, saying hello to my friend Nicola. We have Abhilash. Let's see. I'm trying to test that if it's working. Yeah, it looks like it's working. That's great. Andrew is here. Dyke. Ciao, Dyke. And so, important test tomorrow. We only saw one game of Pirlo versus Sampdoria. We were all really excited and happy, but now we will have to play versus another team, a team that is stronger than Sampdoria for sure. They have a good team, and we had a press conference. It's always one day before the game. How did it start? How did the press conference start? What were the feeling? To be honest with you, just to start before going into the words of Pirlo, when I saw his face coming in the press conference, I saw that he looked really tired. So I don't know if Pirlo is a morning person or not. I'm really curious to see that, but he looked really tired in his face, or maybe it's just because he don't like press conferences or not. One thing I have to say is with the press conference of Pirlo, there is no bullshit. It's really nice because he's saying what he thinks. It's black and white. He get an answer, he answer it, and it's quite transparent. I really love it, except when they're talking about Mercato, but we talk about the Khedira, we talk about De Sciglio. Ciao, Andrew. Congrats for the 7K. Yes, congrats to me, but especially to you guys. Now it's the last step. We have to go to 10K. So if you are new to the channel, if you are here for the first time, I hope that you all can subscribe to the channel, put the maximum of like. It's free. And what does that mean? That more you are liking the video, or more people will see the video. So do it. Please put the maximum of like on this one so that people can join, especially the people that were not able to follow it because it was in Italian. Ciao, the Lord. Ciao, Faisal. And now we start. So, the first word of Pirlo, he received a question about the week. How was last week, or this week actually, after the game versus Sampdoria? So, his words was, we had a great week of work, better than last week. We increased the density. So, that's an important thing for me to observe and to listen to. They increase the density. Why? Because we have to arrive to a level of physicality that is really important. Players that can keep the same trend for 90 minutes. Sorry. You remember last week? Last week we had some changes. Rabiot that started amazingly well, and then you saw that physically it was a bit more difficult for him in the second half. So it dropped in terms of energy. We have to get our boys back to 90 minutes. I know we have 5 subs, and that will be a really important factor, but that's what Pirlo is doing, and I believe all the other teams, because we didn't had, and that's something we have to keep into consideration. We didn't have the pre-season regular training, going to China of America or staying in Italy, but preparing the season to go to that level. That was not possible, unfortunately, this time. So we are now doing that work. So let's see if how the player will react to that higher density of training. Will they be really tired or not? We will have to see. Ciao, Guru. Then we spoke about emotions. Emotions as Pirlo. He received a question about what is emotion now that he's a coach. Are they different that when he was player or not? What does he feel? And he answered the emotions are diverse. Because in the past I had to focus on myself. I knew what I had to do. I knew what to do when I had the ball or not. Now I depend not only on myself, but I depend on the players, on the indication that I give to them. Are they following them or not? But the motivations are totally different. So he's explaining what a lot of coaches explain when they are new, when they do the transition between player and coach. Is saying the same. Actually, it's different because you cannot focus only from you as an individual, but now you have to trust your player that you put. It's a big responsibility. So different emotions. Reading a message meanwhile before continuing. Hi Giuseppe, all the best from India. Looking forward for more information, details about Juve. Try to do my best, Arch. And if you want to, we had a video yesterday night. Actually, it was 1 or 1:30 a.m. my time when we recorded with Mo about the pre-tactics. So it's already online since this morning. A really great one. Then we have a new name for our front three, DMC. So if we speak about DMC, I believe it's our front three, DMC. Morata for sure. Who is D? I don't know. And C, Cristiano Ronaldo for sure, Cristiano, Morata, and Dybala. DMC, okay, now I got it. It's still early for me. Lord is saying 10-15K this year. I changed my prediction a bit. So ciao Stavros. Stavros made a beautiful drawing for me. Thank you, Stavros. He sent it through Instagram. You can follow me on all the social media. We continue with the press conference now that people start to join the live. What it is said, we were waiting for the center forward, and now we are speaking about the center forward that arrived. We were waiting for the center forward, and he came this week. We didn't have a lot of time to work together. It's already a long time I'm thinking how to play with all of them together. We are waiting for all the players to be fit. So now he's speaking about the big question that we all have. How will you play when all the players will be there? And he confirmed that he was waiting for number 9 and not only today. He was already thinking about it since a long time. He really wanted number 9. He wanted it. He asked for it. It's written also in his thesis. He wanted Morata for sure. We will speak about Morata later because he explained something. But it's not a new thing that he has to adapt now. He thought about it, so he's prepared to play with a real number 9, what we didn't have last game versus Sampdoria. So he knows, he has a clear view, a clear mind, and that's really great. And now how to play with Dybala, he's saying we will have to wait. We will have to wait that he's back in form, because he said Dybala came back gradually. Let's see how he feels today, because he was nearly out for 2 months after the injury versus Lyon, but even before he was already injured. And then he will decide today if we will take him with him for the game versus Roma or not. Seeing his face, I believe Dybala will not play. He will not play any single minute. They will not risk him. I think it's a mature choice. Don't be too fast. Look at what happened with Lyon. He was not ready. We played him and he was again injured. So we'll do it step by step. He came back from injury. He did a really great session, 2 great sessions with the team, but probably he's not ready today to play. So if he will go with the team, it will be more to, having him involved in what's going on. But I don't believe we will see any minutes of Dybala. Elijah is saying Dybala will start versus Napoli. Probably he will start to play versus Napoli a few minutes in the game. Probably not from the start. I believe we will really see him from the start after the national break. That's what I believe. And we continue with turnover. So turnover, for the people that are not used to that word, it means when you have a lot of players, we have 22, 25 players, you have to rotate them. It's a rotation of players, turnover. I mean, some players will go out to rest and then new players. So he received the question, will we already see some turnover? And Pirlo, it was really funny because he started to laugh a bit in press conference and he said, turnover after one game would be ridiculous. It's funny that you are bringing that question up because that would be really, really strange. So no turnover, but he will play, he said, with the best possible teams. Also regarding the Roma game and how they have to adapt. Later, you will see that he's speaking about the fact that he will not adapt the play of the style of play, but he will adapt a lot the men. That's important. So he will rotate the men according to the skills they have versus to check and to play versus the opponent. But he will not change really a lot of time the style of play. So really important. So I don't believe we will see again a regista, a playmaker like Pjanic was, because Pirlo versus Sampdoria, he played with two big midfielders. It was McKennie and Rabiot. So I don't believe we will see soon actually the three midfielders, but he will continue like that. That's what I interpret. He didn't said it, but if he says that he confirmed that he will play with the same play style, it's important to underline that one. And Michael is correct when he say multiple players to suit multiple roles. And that's really important because, in fact, and they have all other qualities. For example, Brad is saying McKennie brings defensive stability in midfielder better than Arthur at the moment tactically, because he's looking for skills and possibility of the players versus the opponent. So maybe sometimes McKennie will rest, not because he just have to let his place for another player, but maybe in that particular game, he needs other skills. So important to say that. Then, what did he sell more? Training Roma. So he had in the past, I don't know if you know, guys, but he had proposition to train Roma, so he could have been the trainer of Roma. But he refused at the time, and he said, "I didn't think about it anymore. It was a past proposal from Roma, but it is the past, nothing more." So even preparing the game versus Roma, he didn't think about it. So it's an over story. And then he continued with Morata. Important things about Morata. He said, he's a player that we already know since a long time, and I was his partner. I played with him. He attacks the profundity, so it means he goes into the space. Morata is a player that loves to attack the space, the open spaces, but he can also play alone there up front. So he's a player that alone there has the physicality to stand multiple defenders. He can stay there. He can play in counter-attack. And then he said he was not a C choice, but one that we were looking for with his characteristics. So he's giving a lot of trust to Morata, saying that he knows him, he loves his characteristics. We remember that even before the Suarez-Dzeko affair, Morata was already on the papers, on the front pages in the beginning from Pirlo's appointment as a trainer. It was one of the names that he said. So I believe in him when he said that he was not a C choice. For sure, we had other names that we started to negotiate it with, but Morata is not a C choice, and he said it really clearly. Then about Pellegrini, guys, because I saw that it's official. Yes, it's official. Pellegrini is a Genoa player, a loan again for free. So Genoa is now starting to be a B Juve with Perin in the goal, Pellegrini, and there was a third player. Can you help me, guys? I have a memory problem, but there is a third. Piazza. So they have three players now at Genoa from Juve. But what did he said about the Pellegrini, and that's why I love the press conference of Pirlo, because he's really cash and honest. He said, I will read it. We talked with Pellegrini and thought that it was better to loan him out. He deserved to play a lot of games, and he would probably not play that much with us. He started to play with the national team, and if his target is to play at the Euro 2021, he needs to perform, he needs to have a lot of playing time, and we were not able to promise him that one. That's really important to know if you're asking yourself, why did we loan out Pellegrini? Pirlo, he likes the player, that's why we loaned him out, but he couldn't promise him. And I believe that's really fair and honest. If you don't 100% are convinced about the player, instead of keeping him on the bench, give him playing time. So I think it's a right and fair decision. And if you were asking yourself, did we do a mistake? I believe not. If a trainer is not 100% convinced about the player, it's better to loan him than keeping him in the team and not playing him, especially because I believe Pirlo is a trainer that likes Frabotta, for example. And Frabotta, he showed that he's a player that can be in the team. I'm not saying a starter, but he can stay in the team. We need to replace Alexandro. We will talk about Mercato in a few seconds. Let me finish in actually two topics, because first we speak about De Sciglio. He received a question about De Sciglio. How is De Sciglio doing? He said De Sciglio is at our disposal. So that means that he will be with the team. Will he play or not? That's the big question mark. Yesterday in the video with Mo, the pre-tactics of El Tactico, Mo predicted that De Sciglio will play. I believe also, because of defensive skill, because of experience, because of the fact that De Sciglio he's still on the market, yes, but the proposals are not arriving. The offers for De Sciglio are not arriving, so he will be part of the team. So the last time he was nearly out. This was not the case now. So I believe De Sciglio will start. That can be. That can be. Ciao, Aiden. Thank you for your amazing comments on the channel always. Thank you for the support. Demiral needs to start. He will help our defense more than Bonucci does. I don't believe, guys, that Bonucci will be out. Why? Because he's a pioneer of our defense, one with experience. He knows how to play with Chiellini. I don't believe that we will see a lot of Bonucci out, also because physically it's one of the players that can play an entire season, 38 games in Serie A, plus the Champions League, plus the Coppa Italia, plus the Supercoppa. So I don't believe that we will see that. Does Demiral deserve to play? Yes, I agree. Does he deserve to play over Bonucci? At the moment, I don't know, guys, because we only saw Demiral for 7 games with Juventus, 7 amazing games. But let's see how it will evolve. I hope to see Demiral for sure, because I love Demiral. Should Demiral play on the right back to stop Pinazzola? So yesterday, my prediction, guy, I don't know if you saw the video or not, I said Roma is attacking with a lot of men. Danilo did a really great game last time. Ciao, Nicola. He did a really great game, but I don't know if he will continue to play. Maybe Demiral can play with Danilo playing the role of Quadrado. That can be a tactical solution. Having so Chiellini with Bonucci in the middle, Demiral as a third center field and center back, and then De Sciglio on the left and Danilo. That will give a defensive more support. That can be a solution, guys. Can be. I don't promise it, but that can be a solution. I don't know what you think. We need to defend with 5. I don't know if it will be really a 5-1 because the guys will have offensive mentality. That's Pirlo playing style, but they will give some support maybe to start the game with, and then full offensive style. Namaste. And then he continued with Oh, no, wait. He said we all start with 0. He was speaking about the competition that will start this year. This year we will have a tough competition. What do he think about the Serie A? Will we be competitive? How will it be easy or not? He said we all start with 0 points. It will be a challenging league. When we start a new league, nobody is favorite, and we all need to fight. I will not comment that more because I believe it makes sense. Mercato. What did he say about Mercato? He said, I don't expect nothing, but let me read it. The Mercato is still open, so we'll see if there are new opportunities. So let's see what Nicola is saying first. Beppe, more surprises to come from Juve in the Mercato. I told you that Juve will not buy neither Suarez nor Dzeko, and my word came true. I have to agree with Nicola. He said it since the beginning. And more opportunities. Look, Pirlo just said, I don't expect nothing, but the Mercato is still open. What does that mean? If we read it and we try to understand it, it means that the door is still open. He leaves the door open. I don't know if it will be a door that will be open for players to go away, and we will talk about Khedira in a few seconds, but maybe someone can enter that door. It can be. Maybe if Chiesa plays in right wing, what about Kulusevski? It's a good question that I'm asking myself also. What do we want to do with Chiesa, especially if we have Bernardeschi, if we have Douglas Costa, and we will speak about those players in a second. So Mercato is still open. That's what we heard about Pirlo, even if he was cautious and he said, I don't expect anything. And then he spoke about Khedira out. He said, we talked with Khedira, and together in the next days, we will see what's best for both of us. Looking at his face, looking at the intensity and energy of his words, Khedira is out. Is out, but unfortunately, Pirlo cannot reveal it. He cannot say it because they still have to find a final agreement. Khedira will not play any minute with Juve. He will be out. That's a fact. So Khedira out. The only problem with Khedira out is it's not Khedira out and then we replace him, because today Khedira is not even part of the project. We will probably have to pay nearly all his salary. So for Juventus, it doesn't change anything, unfortunately. But it can be. Just Made is speaking about we should sell Bentancur for good money. I have to say, guys, Bentancur, since a few seasons, is one of my favorite players. He did a really great season last year, pre-lockdown with Juventus, probably our best midfielder pre-lockdown. Then he started to be a bit tired after the lockdown, but it's true that I'm really worried about Bentancur this season with Juventus, because we are not playing. I always said I see him as a playmaker. We don't even have that role anymore. And with all the players we have today in the midfield, especially if Pirlo wants to play with 2 players, Ramsey, Rabiot, McKennie, we have, who do we have more? Bentancur, Khedira is not even part of the project. We have a lot of players there in the midfield. That's a lot. I don't know where Bentancur will play. But it's Arthur. Did I say Arthur? I don't know. It's a lot of players. So I'm worried about my boy Bentancur. Matthew is saying if we sell Bentancur, we have to give 50% of the money we receive to Boca. It's not true anymore, Matthew. It was true until a few weeks ago, but we changed that negotiation with or that agreement with Boca, because from now on we have to pay, I believe, for 8 years long, we have to pay 2 million a year to Boca Juniors. So that means that from now on, 2 million a year. Bam, bam, bam. That's a total of 16 millions. But to actually cancel the fact that we had to pay 50% to Boca Juniors. So that agreement that was made can be for the future something. If Bentancur don't perform this year, for sure he will be on the market next mercato. I'm really worried. And then Yash is saying 226 watching and only 16 likes. Please like the video. It takes only a few seconds to appreciate what Jay is doing. I would love it. You are not obliged. I know that it's a hard and difficult work to take the mouse and to click on the thumb up or to click with your finger. I know it's hard and it's a hard work on a Saturday. I understand it. But if you want to do a small effort, that would be really appreciated. So don't forget to put a like. We need that like. And we continue. So 88 likes. Meanwhile, look at that. Let's see. I will check the likes in live. We have 241 watching, 134 likes, 1 dislike. That's an Inter fan. You know, they are watching this channel. They are starting also to put some dislikes and say Juve merda, Juve merda, Juve merda. So please, we have to counter those Inter fans that don't like the channel, because that's important. And we continue with positive feelings, the positive feelings of Pirlo. What is Pirlo saying? He's saying, I'm reassured thanks to the willingness of the players that are still hungry to win more even after all the trophies they won. We increased the work and they are all involved and they want to be better and to train even harder. If we are not 100% physically and mentally, it starts to be really hard. And that's a really good one, guys. Why? Because indeed, after all those victories, it's not always even as simple as we think, because players start to be comfortable. That was for example what happened with Pjanic and with a lot of players that maybe didn't have the motivations anymore. I will talk about Arthur soon, but you know, it happened that players didn't have the motivation. They didn't have really a good relationship with Sarri. They talk about it. It's not really a secret. So Pirlo is saying they need to be really there, physically and mentally. Physically, he's really training and increasing the density of the trainings, and mentally, he has a really great relationship with the players. We see it, and players really they want to, and that's a big difference with last year. So he has positive feelings, as I have. To be honest, when I saw the game versus Sampdoria, and it was Sampdoria, but I don't care who it was, Sampdoria or not. I care about what Juventus is doing. And Juventus is really, the players of Juventus, they show that they want to. Arthur, and now, because I see what do you think about Arthur, now it's the time to speak about Arthur. He said about Arthur, because he received a question for sure from a Brazilian journalist, and he said, Arthur had a really great, or no, he didn't say the great. He said, I will translate literally. He said he had a good week, but he didn't play long for at Barcelona. Remember, he had it was lockdown. He was in Brazil. He didn't want to come back from the moment that he was actually sold to Juventus. He didn't want to play for Barcelona anymore. Remember that picture when he's on the bench like this, you know, because he's really tired and he don't care at all anymore. He had problems with Barcelona, so he didn't play. And also Pirlo said it's a new league for him. He needs to adapt tactically and go back to his initial physical form. So I don't believe we will see Arthur. Maybe we'll see him probably a few minutes, but he will not start tomorrow for those things. What do I think? I think Pirlo see them every day. He see the players every day, and who's better than Pirlo to know the condition of a player, if they are ready or not. If Pirlo doesn't play a player that was bought for 80 million, he is right to let him on the bench. Aiden is thinking that Arthur will play. I don't believe so, especially when I was hearing and listening to Pirlo's press conference. He will play. He will play for sure. He will play absolutely because it's a big investment from Juventus. He will be there and he will play a lot of games this season, but only from the moment he's ready. It would be crazy to throw a man that is not ready mentally and physically, and those are the words that Pirlo was keeping repeating in all the press conference from the beginning to the end, being prepared mentally and physically. So as long as he's not ready, he will not play. You remember Rabiot last year? He came from a long inactivity with PSG. Also mentally, he didn't adapt yet to Serie A. Remember those things? He played 1 or 2 games in the beginning of the season. He was a disaster, and then he didn't play for a lot of games. And he started to perform actually in March after the lockdown. Do you remember that? So Pirlo will not do the same mistake, guys. He will not do it. Thank you, Football Brenton. Thank you, Giuseppe. You're the best English Juve YouTuber. I don't know if I'm the best, but that's my goal. I love Juventus. And what is Juventus? Juventus is winning for 38 Scudettos, 2 Champions League, so many other cups, 13 Coppa Italia. They want to be the best at the beginning of the season. That's my goal also. I'm not the best, but I want to. And that's important in mentality. I want a war. He didn't speak about a war, Pirlo, but I give you my explanation about a war. Juventus was on the player. Awar in French. He really loved. Juventus really loved Awar. They had an agreement together. Awar really wanted to go at Juventus. That was his preferred choice over Arsenal. Arsenal is offering money, not the money that Lyon wants because it's not enough, but they want. Juventus always said we have first to sell to make space before taking Awar. Unfortunately, we were not fast enough to sell. We were not good enough to sell because we have to be honest. The offers that we received were not consistent enough. So Awar, unfortunately, it will not happen. The chances to see Awar at Juventus this season are from 0.001. I don't close the door, but I don't believe to. And also with the style of play that Pirlo is doing, we will be probably too much in the midfield. So I don't believe it will happen like Hutch 1897 is saying. Unfortunately, because he's a player that, we all love and we had a lot of hopes in him. Fino saying maybe next season, maybe. What about this Douglas Costa and Bernardeschi? Because a journalist asked a question about those 2 players. What about them? Pirlo said there are 2 front. Okay, the journalist said, where do you see them playing? What's the position of those 2 guys? And Pirlo said there are 2 front players that can play on both wings, right and left. But there are players that has to play in the front. So I don't really see them as midfielders, even if Bernardeschi can go a bit lower than Douglas Costa. Douglas Costa, for sure not. He's a player that has to play in the front, not Bernardeschi that can play a bit lower, but not too low because he really sees him in the front. But he also said that for him, Bernardeschi, he's not a trequartista, a number 10 offensive playmaker. So you don't see Bernardeschi like Ramsey played in the last game. Sarri, he insisted for, I believe, 15 games with Bernardeschi in that position. Bernardeschi was a disaster. I was about to say shit, but let's be respectful. He was a real disaster in that position. Pirlo, he comes, he said, I told to the player, we both agreed it's not his position. And then adaptability, and that's what Michael was saying in the beginning of the chat. Pirlo said we don't change our style of play just the men regarding the opponent. So we will see basically the same style of play, but the men can change versus the opponents we will have. It will be Roma, it will be I don't know, Crotone or whatever team. The men will change and will rotate, but the idea of play is Juventus, they play with that style. They don't adapt the style to the opponents, but they adapt the men. So with the qualities we have, because we have so much different qualities. Arthur, for example, is a player that can play really fast in 1-2. He can give velocity to the action. Uh, McKennie is one that's really pressed. Then we have Rabiot that can play different position. So we have a lot of options there. Morata is a number 9. Like Pirlo said, he can attack the spaces. He can play counter attack. It's really great, and he has a lot of centimeters that can help into the box. Then you have Dybala, that is a magician with an amazing left foot. He can play for a bit more from the right, going and having that tactically free mind, so that can be really, really great. So that will be an important one. But I think we have to say definitely goodbye to the playmaker Pjanic role, that what we were thinking. And then about Dzeko. Dzeko was his last word. He said Dzeko will be a danger. Absolutely, yes. He could be He could be a Juventus striker, but it didn't go well. So Pirlo admit for sure that Dzeko was in negotiation, that he was really close to Juventus, but at the end it didn't happen. Sorry, guys, I have really warm now. I still have my t-shirt, what I'm slept with. I still have to shower. But it is what it is. So I hope you forgive me that. So those were the words of Pirlo, guys. I translated everything in written text from Italian immediately to English. I go through, I gave my opinion. Let me know what you think about those kind of lives. Do you like it that we go step by step to what he said, that we debrief it, that I give you the, especially the non-verbal things that I was catching during that press conference. Let me know what you think, because that's important if I want to do it more or not for the future. Don't forget, you put a like to put a like on the video, to subscribe, and thank you again for the 7K. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing, really. I was not expecting it. Now we have 7K. So now it's road to 10,000. Road to 10,000. I will already tell you. The 11th of October, it's a Sunday. There is no Juventus that will play because it's national break. But be there on the channel, because it will be my birthday and we have a lot of surprises. We have a lot of surprises on the 11th of October, a Sunday. Don't forget that. Is Morata available for Roma game? Yes, he is. He will be with us. He trained already with the team, so that's good. Morata is a mixture of Dzeko and Suarez. By the way, our friend Morata, he said, I don't care about scoring 30 or 40 goals. There are a lot of strikers that scored, that I know, that scored 30 and 40 goals, but they didn't won at the end. I won a lot of things, or everything, even scoring 15 goals. Remember Real Madrid, he won the Champions League and so on. So he said, I want to win. I want to win. I prefer winning over scoring goals, and that's my mentality. If I was thinking about individual stats, I would play tennis, but I think about playing collectively, because football is a collective game. When will you gonna shave your beard? I did it in March, Jonathan. I did it in March completely during the lockdown. It was a disaster. My wife was about to divorce with me, and it makes sense because it was disgusting. When will I do it? I will do it in 5 years. I do it every 5 years, so you just missed it. Keep on streaming. It will be 50K soon. Let's see. Let's first reach 10 before the end of the year. How many? And it's a joke. And my wife didn't want to divorce. Okay, just to be honest. How many birthday do you have in a year, man? Didn't you have your birthday a couple of weeks ago? No. My birthday is the 11th of October. I don't know. Maybe you were already there on Twitter last year when I celebrated my birthday, but I did a lot of announcement. I did the announcement of the Turin Finest T-shirts, Intermerda, and No Pirlo, No Party. But my real birthday is 11th of October, just one. The true player maker role like Zidane or Kaká is pretty much gone in today's football. Those responsibilities are on the center forwards or CM. Yeah. Ciao, Karan. Let's see if you have questions for the press conference of Pirlo, and then we stop. No, I will not shave it if we win, but probably I will. I will do a tattoo of the Champions League, and then happy birthday to Ryan, who's watching us. Happy birthday, my man! Really happy for you. I hope you are having a really great day and that you have fun with your friends and family. Happy birthday! We want a champions draw live. It's the 1st of October. I believe it was 6 p.m. my time. So I stopped working and probably I will do it. Can be. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Um, do you have questions, my guys? Ryan is saying thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Ciao, Mo. I didn't saw Mo. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Here is Mo. Good morning, Mo from Canada. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Happy to have you on. I already posted actually the video that we recorded yesterday night. So, guys, if you didn't have the opportunity, Mo is speaking about the video, and he predicted goal of Ronaldo. He predicted a 3-2 and De Sciglio playing. I just tell you. Just bought a Morata jersey over Dybala. I will wait the 5th of October when the Mercato is completely closed. But it's true that Morata, even if it's not the best striker of the world, Morata emotionally is even more Juventus fan than a lot of people that says they are Juventus fan. The guy was so emotionally connected with the team, and is that probably I will also buy his away shirt. And the orange one, I'm hesitating, guys. What would you do between if the Mercato doesn't change? Yeah, because we never know who will enter. But for the orange one, I was thinking about our no, not our or McKennie 14 or Kulusevski 44. I'm really that can be because I have Dybala for the home shirt, then maybe Morata away, the blue one, and the third for McKennie or Kulusevski. What do you think, guys? Most predictions are awesome, the best. I agree. Then we have a Potato Gamer who's not happy. I don't know why. Please explain if you have the opportunity. But you see, that's why we have to put a maximum of like, guys. Again, so after 2 time, if Potato, if you are able to answer why, then I can answer you. Otherwise, I will probably ban you from the channel because I deserve an explanation if you tell me fuck off. Morata is going to do great. I hope so. He has the motivation. That's really important. Then we have Abdullah saying, Giuseppe, what do you think is the difference between Allegri and Pirlo's press conference? Allegri was a show, especially towards the end. He was a real show. Putting a lot of energy, non-verbal. He was making a lot of really smart jokes. You had to follow and read between the lines with Allegri. So it was always a show. Pirlo is more chill. He has a slow pace. But he's really cash. It's not making beautiful stories. Okay, he's not taking examples from the life to explain better. Pirlo speaks, and that's important. That's important. Morata shit. We need Edin Dzeko. It's too late, Potato. It's too late, my friend. Mostafa is saying, hi Pepe, I think Pirlo want to use Bernardeschi in the left wing and he want Chiesa in the right wing. What about you? You know, guys, that I never been a fan of Chiesa. Now, if he joins, I will be his first supporter because I love Juventus more than individual. So I support the players that we have in the team. I think we have a problem on the right side more than on the left, because Cuadrado, first of all, he didn't really play well, but it was just one game, so give him time. The guy, he changed position every 30 days, so let him time to adapt. But if Cuadrado is not there, who's playing in his position? That's a really important one. So maybe Chiesa can be a really great fit there, even if it's not my preferred one. But let's see. Let's see. Right back, yeah, I want a lot of things, guys. But in the idea of Pirlo. Pirlo is playing with a three-man defense, and the third one, he goes more on the right with the left one who comes down. So maybe sometimes he will change with a left one that can attack, maybe a Bernardeschi with a more defensive right, like Cuadrado can go down. So he will change that. Do we need another right back in that optic? No. Because don't forget, and Danilo played really great, guys. Huh? To be honest, the players that played really well last game were three players that we bought last season. We had to wait 1 year to see them performing, all three really great. Ramsey, Rabiot, and Danilo. Do you remember a game when the three of them together they played a great game? I never saw it last year. I saw a great games of Rabiot. I saw a few games of Ramsey versus Inter, for example, but never the three together, never. So maybe those are the new signings that we have, and that will play a lot of games. My prediction, guys, I never predict a score for Juventus. Never, never, never. Mo sent me a message. Mo, if you are listening, I saw that message and I had to laugh so much with that one this morning. But I never predict Juventus. Why? Because I'm how do you say, superstitious. I'm superstitious, and I'm always scared. And Mo, he knows that when I predict, then we lose. So I will not predict Juve. I can predict every single game you want, but not Juventus. Sometimes I say if we win or we tie or lose, that's another thing. But the score, I never predict. How did we let Florenzi go to Paris for a loan and a very low fee? I know that Juventus was on a lot of players from Roma. They had agreements for a lot of exchanges, Zaniolo and so on and so on. But then they dismissed the guy who was actually in charge of negotiating with you, with the sportive director, and then everything changed also with the new owners of Roma. So I believe that at that moment everything stopped with Roma. The only thing that was starting again was Dzeko, and at the end it didn't even go through. Hi guys, it's our Juve every time we need Champions League. The league is ours, yes. Every time we need the Champions League. I agree, Potato, and I'm happy that you stopped talking with vulgar language. I don't like it on the channel, guys. But I agree, we need the Champions League now. I will say, and I'm Italian, guys, okay? I'm Italian. I live the football, the calcio in another way. All my friends and my family is Italian, and I have a lot of friends and family from that are supporting Inter, Napoli, Roma, Milan, and we have a lot of conversation. And they joke always, and look at the last days, that story about Suarez and so on. They try to kill us. They tried already in 2006 with Calciopoli, and they succeeded to put our in Serie B. They thought that we were dead. We erased like a phoenix, and we are stronger than ever in thing. But for me, we don't have to go only for the 10th. We have to go for 100 Serie A. This is my priority. This is the priority of Juventus management, John Elkann, Andrea Agnelli, of all the players. We all speak about the 10th in a row. This is something that will never ever happen anywhere. So we have to be the first team in the 5 big leagues that win the 10 in a row. Champions League, for me, it's an objective. We have to go and try to win it. But if we don't win it, next year, okay? And that doesn't mean that I'm a loser, because I really want the Champions League. But Serie A for me is a step up front. Why? Because we can do something that never happened, something really crazy, and it's the 10th in a row. We have to kill Serie A. We have to make them crazy. They have to be jealous. They have to cry. They have to say, why is Juventus always winning? We want to win and we cannot. We have to be the best. This is my opinion, guys. You like or not, I understand. How many Yash do we have in the chat? I don't know. Here we have one. Ciao Yash. Do we have other Yash? We have another Yash. Ciao. Roma 1, Juve 4, Ronaldo, Kulusevski, Ramsey, Rabiot. I hope to see Rabiot score again. That would be a really great boost for him. What is my favorite Italian food? Thank you for asking. Huh, I don't know. I don't know. I like food, guys. I like food. I like Italian food. Um, I like linguine. That's a kind of pasta, linguine with scampis and courgette. I don't even know how you say it. I will share the receipt once on the chat. And then thank you, Ninip. Thank you for supporting the channel. If I'm not wrong, this is Swedish krone. So you are from Sweden. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which new acquisition will be the best in your opinion? Kulu, Arthur, McKennie, or Morata? Okay, good question. I believe the one with the most incredible potential grow is Kulusevski, a beast. I don't know, unfortunately, if he will be able to play all the games, because we have Morata, because we have Dybala, because we have Cristiano Ronaldo, we have Bernardeschi, we have a lot of players offensively. So I don't know if he will be able to play as much as we hope and we think, but he will play a lot, and I think it will be really great. Arthur, I really believed in him. I don't know if, but the thing that I'm hesitating is he's not the preferred. He's not a player chosen by Pirlo. He was chosen by Juventus. Morata will be good, chosen by Pirlo. But for me, the one that will have the best impact will be McKennie, because it's an underdog chosen by Pirlo. Not a lot of pressure, because people, they say it's a young guy from America. He played at Schalke 04. It's okay. But I believe McKennie will be the one with the most impact. Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to find if Ninib told us if he was from Sweden or not. I don't see it here, but thank you for the question, Ninib. Nedved or Del Piero, guys. My favorite player is Del Piero since ever. So yeah, Del Piero. But I miss a shirt of Nedved, and that's one of the shirts I really want to buy in the near future. And look at that. Ninip is confirming, yes, I live in Sweden. Look at that. I will pass the message for Turin Finest. Can you do a t-shirt or a hoodie saying calma calma from il maestro, il mister Andrea Pirlo? Guys, I will already reveal we have 2 great t-shirts coming up. So be there for my birthday. It will be amazing one. Amazing one. My favorite player of all time is Gigione Buffon. Great one. Absolutely. Great ex. And for me, it's still a big captain of Juve. Maybe the question is about potential for Del Piero to join the board. No. Del Piero will not join Juventus until Andrea Agnelli is head of Juve. I explained it in many lives in the past, but they respect each other, but they don't have the best relationship. So, how many US shirt do you have? Some. Some. I have some. Wait, let me check if I can show you some. Some are in the in the wash machine, but let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know if you see them, but it's a lot, huh? It's a lot. Wait. Up. I hope they will not all fall on the ground because I don't want to fold them again. Wait. I have other. So let me show you. I have another one here. So I'll try to show you guys how many I have. Tell me if you want me to show you or not. But this one I received it last year for my birthday from my wife. With can you guess the player? Can you guess the player of this one? Let's play again a game. Who's the first one that can guess the player? I'm waiting for the comment to come. I'm waiting. Nick had found it. Del Piero. Del Piero. So I have this one. I have this one. This is an easy guess, guys. This is Buffon, for sure, goalkeeper of last year. Then I have this one, guys. Who can guess the player of this one? I don't know if you're able to guess. I don't know with the badge. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. You have to be quicker, eh, guys? Wait, let me check. Dybala. No, he was not playing at Juventus yet at the time. Bonucci. It's Bonucci, guys. Bonucci. I have this one. This one you already saw. This one is Pogba. I will go a bit faster. I have Pogba. I have this one. This one was one of my first, that I bought with my own money that I work with. New Holland, no player. I have this one. I have a really beautiful one. I like this one. Look at that. 30 sul campo with a really nice message here. Vincere non è importante, l'unica cosa che conta. Marchisio. Then I have a polo of Juve from the training, before the games. I love that. This one from Chiellini. New shirt for sure. Dybala. Up. I have this one. That's an old vintage one, guys. Telepiù vintage, no name on this one. Here, Bentancur with last season. No name, 17-18, the yellow. No name on that one. Look at that, this one. This one I love. 2006 vintage one. Trezeguet, my favorite non-Italian player, guys. Love Trezeguet. De Ligt here. Love De Ligt. I have a special one here. I bought it recently. The last one I bought. This is Mr. Pirlo, the trainer, 21. Guys, if you can, classic shirts, amazing one. I have for sure an Italy shirt, really beautiful. Guys, the Grail, the Holy Grail, the Champions League one. Champions League. Then I see a lot of questions about one player, guys. I have, for sure I have. But maybe it's in the wash or I don't know. But here it is. Look, so that the people calm down, guys. I have two kids with Ronaldo for sure. Don't stress. For sure I have Ronaldo in my collection. One, I have another one with Ronaldo. I don't know where it is. Here it is. Guys, chill. No stress, guys. Ronaldo is here. I have vintage ones. Danone. Those are vintage ones. I have Douglas Costa. I hope you are okay now that we have not one but two shirts. What else do we have? We have this one up, the blue one from a lot of time ago. I have even for my son. Look at that, a small T-shirt. Love it. Another one up, this one. What else do we have here? Dybala again here. Dybala with this season shirt, with an old season shirt. Bam. What else do we have? We have more, guys. Up, up. We have another one, 2005, 2006. 100th year of Juve. Up. We have a vintage ones here with Ariston. Del Piero, 2011, 2012. Del Piero. We have really vintage from 51, 52 with long sleeves. No sponsors because at the time they were not on the shirts. What else? Mandzukic here. Mandzukic in that shirt. Lovely. We have Pjanic here. Pjanic. And I believe, look, I even have towels, to go to the beach. I have, what else do I have? I have those ones, the big flags. I have 2 big flags. Let me show you guys. Juventus, big flag with the logo. That's a new one. I have also an old one. This one is really pure beauty, guys. I don't know if you will be able to see it or not, but that's really beautiful. Look at that. Old flag. We have a lot of scarves. Juventus scarf, 1, 2. We have a lot. Other polos. I love polos. And then we have a lot of jackets upstairs, and a lot of things in the wash. So, guys, look the mess. My wife will kill me. She will kill me due to you. So now I will have to fold everything again. I will have to fold. And then I will leave you guys because we are 1 hour together, and I have a birthday party of my little niece. So I wish her already a great happy birthday. Thank you for following the channel, guys. It's an honor. I hope you liked the debrief of the post conference of Pirlo. The shirts mountain that I will have to fold again was a non-anticipated thing, but you asked for it. So thank you. It was fun. And we see each other for sure, maybe this evening for another video. Otherwise, probably tomorrow with the front pages of the papers, because they stopped talking about Juventus going to jail, going to relegate, and blah, blah, blah. They stopped with all that shit because there is nothing concrete for sure. So, guys, and football, Brandon is saying, you better clean up fast. Yes, because if my wife sees me, she kills me. As always, as we say, grazie, put a like before leaving the channel, subscribe, and as always, Forza Juve. Ciao.